Oh, righty. Everybody, how we doing? Just jump into her.
Her?
This is what people call stuff, you know what I mean? That's what they call boats, call
Doesn't
cars.
mean they should.
You know what I mean? I don't know why they do it. This is what happens. You know what I mean? That's like...
Dude, you got to move my camera over a little bit. I'm like in the center of my camera, and you got me so far to the
dude,
left.
I constantly have to move it, like, because it keeps...
It's so weird.
It keeps, like, moving itself. I don't know what happens. But, I mean, it's on par for the channel.
It was so off center. I was like, I know that's not me, right? Because, like, I set this up specifically so I'd be in the center.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like every time I reopen this app, it's just everything is, like, pushed off to the side, or, you know, something's too loud, or something's like, it's not shaped
Can't ever
correctly.
just be the way we left it.
Nope. That's... like Frank said, that's live. You know what I mean?
I don't get that reference.
Frank Sinatra, his song "That's Live." Pretty good song. Recommend it. But welcome everybody. Welcome to the podcast. That podcast being Sweet Nostalgia. I am your dude, Ryan.
What's your name? I'm your dude.
I'm your dude, Ryan.
Shit.
Joined always by James.
Stop.
That'd be your name if you're Irish. Seamus.
Seamus?
Jamish.
Hamish, maybe.
Jamish. Geometry.
Geometry.
Hey,
they call me Geometry.
Hey, James Amish. I don't know what's going on, dude.
This is awful.
Dude, I'm
this is truly awful.
It's one of our worst openings yet. No,
I don't think anyone signed up for this bullshit.
No, I'm coming off of being sick. Still,
here we go.
Sick.
He's sick and tired, and any other excuse.
Yeah, sick and tired of your bullshit, dude. Why can't I just like be a thing and you just accept it?
Because it's been the same thing for the past 6 months.
Dude,
I'm tired.
Life.
I haven't ate.
Life's been wild, dude. Life's wild.
All things that are fixable by directly you.
Well, you know.
Do you have any conspiracy theories? If so, what are they?
Okay, I was literally just about to say, like, where's the question at? I do. The only one that I'm like full on that like I kind of like, I wouldn't say fully believe, but like I'm like right on the cusp of it. I would say it would have to be the one that evolves around two buildings that used to stand next to each other. I don't know the terms of, you know,
saying Bush did 9/11.
Yeah, saying that it definitely wasn't.
Say don't beat around the bush. Just say it.
Well, no, I don't know how TikTok takes talking.
TikTok's gonna ban us either way, dude. It doesn't matter.
I mean, fair enough. But yeah, I do. I'm one of those people that I'm on that cusp of like 9/11 was definitely an inside job.
Okay.
Like that, but that's like the only conspiracy theory that I'm like 100 like I'm on board with. Everything else,
dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. The NSA turning birds into robots, I subscribe to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really? Why do you think that they? Well, what makes you believe that's?
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people will be like, "Well, that's kind of dumb," but like, I've seen like some pretty convincing pictures of birds being robots. And now, like, I know birds, like, I know pictures can be tampered with pretty heavily, but like these pictures are like, they look like these birds are robots, man.
I don't know. I think the one for me and that one like is like one because like images can be fucked with like pretty good, and you know people can just make it. I mean, any cosplayer can make a
so here's the thing.
bird.
I don't go out of my way to like look up conspiracy theory, you know, like information on it or like further justification or proof that these conspiracy theories are a thing. I know there is a lot of proof on Bush.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like coincidental
Oh, yeah.
things that but like the birds thing, man. I think it's more that I want birds to be robots than birds to actually exist as a force of nature because I can't stand them.
Birds are pretty gross.
I don't
Yeah.
like birds at all, man.
But I like birds. I don't mind birds. But
I think birds are the worst thing to be. I think birds suck, man.
I wouldn't say that. But yeah, with
You
that,
seen a condor? Those things are wild, man.
they're just crazy things.
Those are freaking what an ostrich is the same land speed, if not faster, than a cheetah.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Faster, I mean, think of that, right? An ostrich being faster than the fastest big cat. That's stupid.
Ostriches don't really scare me. It's that one big, like not kind of big bird, but that really big bill that's like looks mean all the time. I don't remember what it's
Like
called.
a pelican, or are you talking about the
like-
condor?
It like clucks or something like clicks. I don't know. I don't
Like,
know.
oh, fucking raptor.
It sounds like a fucking raptor, 100%. But yeah, so like the whole 9/11 thing, there's just a lot of stuff that lines up that just makes sense.
Dank
that
memes
don't-
melt steel beams, baby.
that don't make sense because it's like you can see like where part of the building will start to explode before a plane even hits. Like the whole coincidences of like they just lost all that money. There's just so much stuff, and like in the way that the building crumbled like that. No, you are wrong, sir. Like that. There's just no way you're gonna tell me that a building is going to crumble perfectly, like just like a demolition crumbling, and from the top, like you hit it from the very top of it, but yet it's gonna crumble.
Here's the thing, right?
No.
I can't wait until because here's the thing. If it did shake out that way, right? I bet you somebody is gonna come out with it after Bush is passed. Be like, yeah, this dude definitely did 9/11.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No.
And then caused a whole war because of it.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. Like with the whole going into like Afghanistan for like oil and stuff like that. Like there's just too much stuff, and like as well, there's so many clips of people just so happen to be recording. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of clips too where people just happen to be recording, and there just so happens to be like whole kitted out fire crew just a couple, blocks down the road. Like, you know what I mean? Like full, like kitted up, ready to go. And it's just like, you're full of shit. Like there's no way. And there's like this girl, this clip of a girl that's like in like a room with like her college buddies and like, sorry mom, we're getting drunk, and like she keeps looking out to like the towers. Like it's just this, and like in the window that's in front of us is this huge pan like window and everything, and it was just too perfectly timed. You know what I mean? Like everything. And yeah, there's no convincing me that it wasn't one of those inside type jobs. You know what I mean? But we're not talking about inside jobs or, political like conspiracy theories.
We're talking about outside jobs, the ones that you post.
Talking about Mike Rowe's dirty jobs. Dirtiest Jobs.
This is Dirty Jobs, and my name's Mike Rowe.
Dude, I love Mike Rowe. I love Dirtiest Jobs. That was a great show. But no, we're talking
Still
about...
is a show. It's on Hulu.
Is it still around?
Mm-hmm.
Like making new episodes and shit?
They might have rebooted it. I'm not sure if, I'm not sure.
I used to
but
watch
I
it
know
all the
it. I
time.
saw it on Hulu.
I used to watch it so much. But yeah, we're talking about social media and our times of social media and how time has changed social media. Because I mean, actually, I think you talking about conspiracy theories actually kind of work well into us talking about social media.
You think so?
Actually, it works perfectly. Because how many times has something happened and there's like conspiracy theories going on about it?
I think a lot of things have happened because of social media, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
And
What have you done?
I don't know, dude. All I did
Why
was
can't you just leave stuff alone, dude?
I was trying to make this
What?
wider, but yet
What's going on?
Dude, I don't even.
What did you? There you go.
There we go. But yeah, because like, nothing could happen anymore on and it be on social media and somebody not come up with a conspiracy theory. Because I mean, the most recent thing that happened, there's already conspiracy theories about that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And this is going to be James's broad point. I think social media is basically the worst thing in the world.
Oh yeah, no, sure. No,
hate social media.
Social media, like despite being, here on Facebook and on, TikTok and not Facebook, but here on
here's
YouTube
the thing.
and TikTok.
Here's the thing, right? Is like back in the day, if you wanted to be a quote unquote YouTuber, right? You just made YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Right. That's all you did.
To be on TikTok.
That's all you did.
Else like that.
You just made YouTube videos and you hoped for the best. But now there's like so many ways for a YouTuber to be more successful than they were before or try to get more success quicker. Right. So like, I mean, think about all the millions of dollars PewDiePie's ever made in his life, right? And then he starts making TikTok shorts, right? He starts posting on Instagram every day. He starts, and then he starts getting paid from these other companies. It's the same thing as like the Vine at the time, or what Musically before TikTok took it over. It was so many different ways that people just made money because our generation just wanted to be famous. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And that's all that we crave is recognition because our parents suck.
Yeah. No, social media is one of those things that like I'm very, very grateful, especially with like, the field that in which like, we're trying to be in or that we're in and everything.
There's no better way to, if you have something to say or something that you enjoy talking about, there's no better way to do it. And,
it's the best way to get a lot of times like unfiltered news. You know what I mean? Like not to get political or anything, but like a way to get a lot of.
There's going to be a sprinkle of political.
Yeah. You can't really talk about social media and not get slightly.
I mean, because every big politician is on social media. I mean, every other day we're talking about what Trump posted on Twitter. You know what I mean? Every I dare say every single day we're talking about what he posted on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, you can't go a single.
Not a single minute goes by without somebody talking about something that somebody they don't like said. So, this is why ultimately social media really does suck. I think it was designed to bring people together, but it creates rifts so often.
We'll get into the sad part later. We'll start nice, and then we'll get into the sad. We'll start off of our first, we're talking nostalgic wise, like of getting into social media. You know what I mean?
What was your first post ever made in a social media account?
I mean, it was something on MySpace. I was 100% a MySpace emo kid.
Never had MySpace.
Dude, MySpace rocked. MySpace was awesome back in the day.
I mean, I could be mistaken, but I think MySpace is still a thing.
So, yes and no. It's like still there. It's purely, I think last I knew was like around music or something. People can correct me in chat or whatever. It's purely wrapped around like music. And,
it is just music,
everything is like that.
MySpace.com. The first thing it says is Baby Metal is bringing kawaii metal to the masses.
Hell yeah. That's kind of still old though, because Baby Metal's been around for a hot minute. But
sure. I mean, they just said, what is this other post here? Coachella calls on Sabrina Bieber and Karol G. Coachella's relatively new, right?
No,
I don't really know
been
music.
For a long time.
I don't really know music festivals like that anymore.
It was like Coachella's a music festival. But no, it was on MySpace, and I'm sure it was some, whining about my parents or about my girlfriend or something like that, or just like I farted today or something like that, something stupid, because I was like probably like 12 years old or something shit, or like
dude, Haley 11. Williams is hot.
All right, I mean, you're not wrong, but all right.
Still on MySpace, just checking it out, man. See what it's about these days.
You gotta look at old MySpace, but yeah, on MySpace, man, you used to like have your page.
Old MySpace doesn't exist anymore.
No, yeah, but you can look up like Google images of it. But like you would have your page, right? And whenever you would go to it, you can have music play immediately as somebody clicks on your thing. So you'd have a playlist. You can make a playlist of music, and people can actually see your playlist right there at the front of it. It will start, start playing it. So you can have like a profile song and shit. And then you can have like an animated background, like theme to your profile and shit.
What the hell?
Dude, it was so cool. And you can have
CeeLo Green, the lady killer.
you can have
official MySpace page.
I think you had like badges or something like that too. I can't remember.
Crazy stuff. Man.
But yeah, you had like
the MySpace of Chris Porter.
You on Twitch right now? No, we're on TikTok and YouTube. Because TikTok gets people coming in.
Yeah,
a little bit. It has helped in the past. But yeah, you'd have the themes. I'm pretty sure like you had like badges too. Of, like,
Soldier Boy.
You did.
Crazy word.
But also
The official Glee MySpace page.
Oh yeah.
Bam Margera. All right, I got to get out of this rabbit hole.
But there was also like games, just like on Facebook. There's games. You had Yoville.
Oh man, let me tell you something. When I first made my Facebook, it was exclusively to play Facebook games.
Yeah,
because some of them looked really fun. All of them were the exact same and very boring.
No, Yoville in like Mafia, this like Mafia type.
Yeah,
game
and then there was,
and
like later on, you had Farmville.
Yeah,
like you guys remember Farmville? Mm-hmm. That was big for a while.
Yoville was a thing I was super into because you could just like. You had a character, you go around and you had like a hotel that everybody's in. You could have people come to your house and you build your house and shit like that. And essentially, like it was just like a bunch of throwaway Flash games that like weren't cool enough to be on Newgrounds. Yeah,
addicting games.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Board.com.
Pretty much about it was just shitty games that weren't good enough to be there.
It's not even, it had nothing to do with social media at all. Those games had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a little bit, right? Because like if you invited your friends to play, you got rewards.
Well, yeah, that was essentially what it was there for. Is just like that was its integration. It's just people making money off of those developers and those developers making money for it being on there. But I would make I had my MySpace and I would add friends from school, the ones that were allowed to have it.
I was My Yearbook kid.
So, my yearbook
I didn't have a My
Yeah, I was about to say, my yearbook back in the day, because my dad had one, was specifically made for people to, reconnect with like people they went to high school with around that time.
Oh, yeah. I do remember hearing that.
So it wasn't something for kids, really. It was more.
Yeah, but they did it anyways, man. They were like, "Ooh, no social media."
But my yearbook actually turned into a dating website.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure Facebook bought them out, and it became Facebook Meet or something like that. Facebook's dating thing.
Well, no, Facebook has their own dating, but then my yearbook dating website, whatever it got turned into. What did that get turned into? It. This is the second time you brought up Bumble. But like,
it's social media, man.
Like,
what do you want from me?
Like,
it's social media. I mean,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Dating sites are kind of just social media, right?
I mean, yeah. I'll be completely honest. Before I got with Anna, I was using Tinder to promote the channel. Like 100%.
I know. You told me every single time you got somebody to subscribe from Tinder.
I got like 3 or 4 people from Tinder to subscribe to the channel. Never met them.
I want to know if they are still subscribed. I want to be honest with you.
I think there's a couple. I don't know. We have
2 out of the 3.
I'm sure like we've lost it's like every channel you lose subscribers every now and then. So I'm sure it's probably those ones that we lost because I literally we matched, talked for a little bit, told them about the channel. They subscribed and we never talked again after that.
Oh, I don't think I ever said it on the channel, but I had a lady text me randomly one day, like physically text my phone.
Oh,
number.
yeah. I remember this.
And, we were talking back and forth, and I was just like, hey, you have the wrong number. And she was like, wait, aren't you such and such person from such and such place? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm a 31-year-old Midwestern man.
No,
definitely. She thought I was I think a lady that she knew from a while ago and wanted to hang out or something. I don't rightly remember, and I apologize if that offends you, but yeah, and I was just like, hey, for wasting my time, how about you subscribe to the channel?
No, yeah, whatever she is, like, are you such and such? No, I'm actually James from Sweet Nostalgia. You should come check us out every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yeah, you make sure you put that EST in there. Yeah, no, I definitely, you could say, yeah, I guess you could say dating websites are social media at this point. Because
because they have full on, like, I'm sure you've seen them. There's like these, gamers meet, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well,
I'm trying to squad up in Apex.
I was about to say,
like,
yeah, those are like specific apps. But I will say, like, Tinder and Bumble have friends only kind of thing, like where it's just like I'm here just to help make actually meet friends and stuff like that. So I guess you could say that. But MySpace, it was just a time.
Okay,
it was
now
just a time
also
to be
tell
alive.
me if I'm wrong, but wasn't OnlyFans, didn't that start out as like
It was supposed to
a
not,
subscription service if you were a fan of a specific thing?
for a creator that created
And then
something.
it became what it is and what we all know and love today.
It was supposed to be something a lot less,
a lot more tame.
Because it was supposed to be for creators.
It was. I think it was. Yeah,
It's
I
supposed to
think
be
it was like
Patreon.
a competitor for Patreon.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Patreon, but then it turned into what it is. But yeah, MySpace. It was just kind of one of those things of like it was a time to be alive kind of thing. Early 2000s, everything was cool, and we're getting that digital age and everything, and it was just.
And this was
cool.
the beginning of the end for our generation.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
The engrossment of the internet and how we're chronically on.
And then for me and my journey, because like what you said off
You
off
say
air,
me and my journey.
yeah, my
My
social
God,
media journey.
what a tool, dude.
But because I was gonna say your harmony with the
Hey!
how you doing? No, but I was gonna say, knowing you, I'm assuming that your social media journey was not very long. Is not very long.
No. Well, I can tell you in a brief few sentences what my social media.
Right? Not Minecraft, MySpace, right? You didn't have MySpace.
I did not have MySpace. I made my first social media account on Facebook when I was 16 years old. And like I said before we went live, I didn't actually use it until I was like 19 or 20.
Fair enough.
And then I think a year later, I stopped using it. I don't know, dude. Not a social media guy, really. In the past 10 years, being on our show, I started using social media again for our channel. I mean, I have personal social media accounts, but good luck finding them.
Yeah, no, yeah, for me, I had the MySpace because my parents allowed me to have it. I'd use it. Literally, I used it for like listening to music. Didn't really talk to many people. I think I did talk to like my girlfriend at the time. You know what I mean? We'll make stuff and I'd make like a post. But
yeah, dude, I had phone numbers.
And then, I didn't have a phone until later. And then Facebook came around, made that. And I think for the most part, because at the time, obviously, you didn't have reels and stuff like. I know that's an Instagram thing, but like, you didn't
Shorts.
have like, any sort short form content was not a
Facebook
thing.
Shorts, those weren't a thing. Even going live on Facebook wasn't a thing.
Yeah, it was literally just
all Facebook. All
posts.
Facebook really was updating your status. And I
posting
mean, at the time, they didn't even have fucking emojis on Facebook, man.
as far as I know. But like,
you couldn't really share anything around like you can now.
Well, there just wasn't stuff to share really, or I think the only thing that you could share was like other, like maybe what people would post or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the early days of Facebook all that much.
I just remember like making the Facebook because my stepmom kind of made me. I wouldn't say made me. I would say peer pressured me into doing it, and then I was like, yeah, I guess this is cool. Update my status every now and again if I had something dumb or funny to say.
That was kind of like what it for like when I made it. I think it was just because like it was the new thing to do. You know what I mean? Girlfriend had
Yeah,
it.
I
so
mean,
did
but the
it,
thing, I never
and-
had an interest. Is like my friends were my friends, right? And I had no interest in having digital friends. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean? I
think-
was like,
For me, it wasn't necessarily like digital friends. It was just like to be connected with those same friends that I see every
at
day.
all times.
Yeah, like, I
every
don't know.
single
I don't-
day.
I don't remember my reasoning to doing it. Beside, all I can really assume is that it was the new thing, so I jumped
Yeah.
on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would like, I'm out doing this, and or, share a picture of me or whatever, or like, because I know Dylan and I would, especially Dylan. Dylan would post a lot of stuff of like, going to hang out with Ryan, and I could show
Yeah,
you.
just that one line alone. It wouldn't be anything else or anything like that
Yeah.
affected anyone else's life. Hey,
Just-
I'm going to hang out with Ryan.
Yeah,
Post.
literally.
It's like,
No,
thanks, man.
legitimately, I think I screenshot some of them. I can't say what he said online, but it was funny.
It was a wild time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna.
And I mean, I
I'll
think
mute
when I
myself, but I'll
reactivated,
tell you what. I'll tell you. So don't repeat it. I'm gonna leave you unmuted, so that way they can hear you laugh about it if you do. But then
Okay.
I'm going to say it.
Okay. Okay. Dude. And what on your page? Oh my god. That's crazy. What
All
a
right.
wild thing to say. Just posting it on somebody's wall like that.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
you
man.
guys will never know, but James knows.
They
But
read your lips. They
wild
can figure
time.
it out.
But or I think I went back to like my like old Facebook, and I saw that like I would post like, oh fuck today, I'm sad.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, you know what I
you
mean?
emo ass dude.
Yeah, I would just do that. I think in all Facebook kind of was, especially at the beginning days. It was just like it was MySpace without the music, so it just wasn't as cool. You know what I mean? It had a lot of the same
Yeah.
games, but it just
Do
didn't
you
have. Like,
now?
the
Do you
edgy-
remember there? This was. So I had a Facebook, right? And this was after high school, but I think I was like 22, maybe. I don't remember. I tend to block this part out, but there was a little thing that Facebook was doing with that old Saraha app. Do you remember that?
No, I don't think I know.
Where
that.
like you could send people like anonymous messages
Oh.
and like people were sharing them all over Facebook and
I
stuff.
think people
like,
still
all the
do
time.
that. People do it on their
But, I mean,
Snapchats all the time.
Probably. I don't know. But it got to the point where like people sent me stuff on that. And some of the times it was funny and other times it was like, it made me, it would either one, make me feel super bad, or two was like, it was pretty hateful. And I was like, okay,
All right,
thank you for
yeah.
that. So I was like, I don't need social media.
Or it's like one of those
I don't
things.
need this at all. This is awful.
One of those things that think you might have to get like a restraining order kind of thing.
I got a couple of messages like that, but I'm not a self-centered guy or anything like that.
No,
But
I
there
mean,
there were messages that were just like, I've always been like attracted to you, and
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
that. And
saying.
like-
That's what I was saying. Like,
and I
one of
was
those
like, I
weird
don't.
ones.
This makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like this at all. I don't want to be a part of that at all anymore. So I stopped.
No. Yeah, Facebook. I used to spend a lot of time on Facebook. You know what I mean? All the way up until I would say like I'd be like, well, no, I wouldn't say maybe a lot of time. I'd say just like your normal Facebook user. Like I would be on there when I'm on my phone and share posts. I'll
Yeah, it
doom
wasn't. It
scroll
wasn't until
and-
I'd say like 5 years ago, maybe even longer, probably longer, that like the doom scrolling thing became like super big.
yeah.
That you would get. I mean, before shorts and reels and all that stuff became popular, it was just memes. You know what I mean? It was like, remember when iFunny was like real big, and
Oh,
people
yeah,
were
I
just
used
sending memes on Facebook all the time. And don't get me wrong, I think memes are hilarious, but I just doom scrolling on Facebook, just these different memes constantly, and then the short form content got real big with Vine.
Yeah, no,
You know?
short form content is something that definitely has been destroying people a lot.
I think Vine was longer than 5 years ago, right? That was like 2016,
yeah,
2015, somewhere around there.
Been a minute. Like I said, I was a normal person. Just like, I was kind of scrolling through, share funny posts, share memes that people share, whatever, and just keep the cycle of the cesspool. Keep the cesspool filled up, kind of thing. And then it came into like the later, almost into like the 2020 kind of era, where I was just like, what the hell am I doing? Like,
what is going? Hold on, what's going on?
Like, why am I putting my life?
My man looked up from his phone for the first time in years and was like, "What's going on?"
Well, because like I was never somebody that I got out, obviously, like, and I would do stuff and hang out with people because that was around the time like we're all hanging out at my house and shit.
Yeah, but this was before. This was still before like social media can grab a hold of you. You know what I mean?
It was still there because it was still like a regular amount of social media, but it was just like I just finally had a moment where I was just like, this is fucking stupid, man.
This
like
is
I'm just
rotting
sitting,
my brain.
Like I'm just sitting in my phone sharing stuff or whatever, or consuming this content, and like that's where I started getting like a thing of like I should be making content. Like it hit me in like 2017 because that's whenever Sweet Nostalgia first was conceptualized, was in 2017, and so I don't know social media. I'll talk about Instagram first. Let's talk about Instagram first, and then we'll kind of get into like where we're sitting at with social media.
Instagram, man. I was never an Insta. I don't think I made an Instagram. I don't even remember when I made my Instagram, but I used it, I think, like 3 times and never used it again.
I used Instagram a lot. Instagram became one of those things where I was a lot more present on Instagram than anything. Like if you were to go, like if people had the availability to my archived, I posted a lot on my Instagram. Posted a lot of photos, posted a lot of things that was going on. There's photos of like you and I on there for like one Halloween where we're all like in the mask and shit.
Yeah. And then like, I mean, there was also like that clip that you shared of me on your balcony with a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah. And then,
which I really appreciate that being on the internet forever.
Well, no, it's archived, so people can't find it.
Oh, okay.
But and it wasn't bad or anything. But
no, it wasn't bad. It was just it was
funny.
Dumb, and I had cigarettes in my mouth.
But Instagram was one of those things. I definitely did spend a lot of time on that. Instagram is what helped. Because like it was photos, so I kind of liked that more, and then you'd have memes and shit like that, pretty things to look at.
Yeah, dude, I liked Instagram for me was weird because I don't take a lot of pictures, of myself, or I didn't take pictures of myself or my surroundings, or I mean, me and Savannah are a lot like that. Okay, here's a little funny thing I started doing with Savannah. I started calling her my executive administrator.
Is that recent?
Because she basically runs my whole life.
Fair enough.
But yeah, because she called me earlier and it was 6 o'clock. She was like, "Are you getting ready for the podcast?" And I was like, "I didn't know what time it was." And then you had texted me like right after that, and he's like, "Let me know whenever." It was like 2 shakes, bub. Just gotta pee and I'll be there. But no, it's like me and Savannah are a lot like that. It was there are, I think, a total of outside of when we took the baby pictures. And when we had our little get together for me and Savannah's marriage, there aren't many pictures of me and Savannah like together at all. Like we don't take selfies together. We don't really like, she takes selfies, right? When she feels confident enough to do so. And like sometimes she'll post them and sometimes she'll just let them sit there. But like most of the time, me and Savannah just don't take pictures, man. It's like, we're not picture takers.
That's a bit of like how Anna and I are. Like we have pictures together that we've taken recently and shit, but more or less I used to be somebody, I'd take pictures and videos of fucking everything that we did. Because like you can go through my Snapchat. I have so many videos of like we're all fucking around and doing stupid stuff. But So unless if I'm out, like we're all together doing stupid shit, I'm not really doing anything anymore or taking pictures, which I told myself I want to get better. I want to be more present on my Instagram, you know what I mean? And start that.
Well,
kind
we
of
also
following
said
and
that
shit.
we need to start doing it for the channel too.
Yeah, I know, we
and
already
I
do
actually,
it.
I have a picture that I kind of want to post to our Instagram, actually.
We'll have to talk about it after the
I mean, you
show.
already have it. I sent it to you the other day.
Well, I don't remember what it was, so we'll have to talk about it off of the whatever. You know, I want us to be more prevalent on our Instagram. You know what I mean? Posting more shit, posting funny stuff of like each other or whatever.
Outside of just shorts.
Yeah,
You know?
and-
Because like,
'cause I mean-
if you look at our Instagram, it's just shorts.
Just shorts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, we have that whole thing of the fridge. You know what I mean? That
Damn it.
yeah, that like the whole fridge thing. You know, if you want to keep up on the fridge thing, once we start doing the fridge thing,
It's going to be so funny when I actually get my shit together.
yeah, I know. Well, because like you have two people like what we're talking about that don't really care about social media all that much.
Dude, and that's
So,
the
but then
ultimately
trying
the
to-
hardest thing for me is like I don't like social media at all. But like because we have things that we want to talk about and we want to share our thoughts and hear other people's thoughts on these, you know, things that we know,
That we
love,
do,
and miss. You know, it's important for us to do this, but we're also we don't like social media.
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, hard to like run a YouTube channel and do that whenever you're two people that don't care about social media all that
Yeah,
much.
it's awful. This is why people
Um,
hire social media managers.
Yeah, but we don't have that money yet. So, but if
We do not.
you want to help out the channel, there's the donation name right there for you to help.
I'm gonna
donate to the channel.
make my executive administrator do it.
But no, yeah, like talking like I do want to be more present on my social media, on my Instagram and on our Instagram and stuff like that. I'm trying to get myself better about it and stuff. You know, it's just I don't know what it is. I can't stand social media. Like my Facebook, I still have it, but it is literally
Just the
only
channel.
used for the channel.
Yeah. I
use
mean,
it-
you looked at my Facebook right before we started, and it's basically just the channel.
Yeah.
You know,
like if you're
that and an
anybody that-
NSP lyric, apparently.
yeah. Anybody that has me on social media, like on Facebook, I'm sure you're annoyed with that's the only thing that comes out of my stuff. But I use it literally just to.
Oh, my family knows
Promote
nothing
that.
about me. Just
Yeah.
like a lot of the time,
Well, yeah.
that's
Well,
just how they would
I'm
know.
somebody-
Because like even my great grandmother's on Facebook, man, and
Yeah.
she doesn't know what's going on with my life because I don't post anything. You
yeah.
know?
Like if you're somebody, like I'll say this off the top of it, if you're somebody that you want to post your life, your entire life story on Facebook and whatever,
Do
like
your thing.
what's going on all the time, that's on you. Whatever your prerogative is, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I put myself out on the internet because I mean, look what I do. I do this, so yes, my life is on the internet. But like in the vein of like you're not a creator, you're just everyday person, and you wanting to put your life out there on the internet and share, you know, Timmy lost his first tooth today, and you know, like yeah, that's on you. But I'm not somebody that does that. I don't like sharing stuff like that on the internet, unless if I'm monetizing it through the channel.
I mean, so here's the thing.
No.
I don't mind that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't post about, if I did use social media, I'd never post about my kids, but
Yeah, no, that's something I do not do.
even if they
Catherine is
did
not
get
on
like
there.
a big achievement or something like that, I still wouldn't because
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
I
Catherine-
don't, it
Catherine's
makes
birthday
me
was a couple days
uncomfortable.
ago, and I didn't post nothing about it. I don't post. I use social media because social media was made for that, promoting your stuff, especially Instagram. Instagram was made to promote, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not to share like your daily life and whatever the fuck. But you know, yeah, I'm somebody that I do not like children on social media, even though I was a child on social media. But like that just does not happen, will not happen. I wished Catherine's mother didn't post her on there. You know what I mean? But I can't.
Well, yeah, but
necessarily
that's just the life
control-
we live in, man. I mean, here's the thing. If you do it, I mean, awesome.
If you do it, that's
I don't-
on you.
I,
but
yeah,
just
I don't care if you do. I'm just saying.
But also, I think
the world's an untrustworthy place,
Yeah.
you know, and I
I was about to say, and also I think for you and I, as people that do put ourselves
as dads,
well, as content creators as well, that make a presence on the internet, I wouldn't want anybody having the ability just to go to my social media and see my child. You know what I mean? Especially like when she starts getting older. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, and I'm not one of those content creators that are going to use their children for content creation.
I had a picture of Cece as my profile picture on Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know this. Yeah.
And I had a pretty damn good match of Smite, I'll be honest with you. And I got some hate mail from it from somebody who just, was having a bad day. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and tell you that you were probably just having a bad day. But he actually said he wished my kid had gotten hit by a truck and shit like that. And mind you, that picture was Cece as like a toddler, like a baby. She couldn't have been more than like a year and a half, 2 at most. And I was just like, okay, bruh. I mean, that's a little hurtful, but it's just a video game, but sure. And since from that point, now I've never posted any of my kids on social media at all. And from that point, I have never made a profile or anything, my Facebook, my Instagram, or anything with my kids. My Xbox profile, my PlayStation profile, my Steam profile, whatever, has never had a lick of my personal life on it at all. So
I used to have like a couple pictures of Catherine, like whenever she was like born, and the certain things, and you know, on my Snapchat, it's a little bit different. I would because a lot of times like Catherine and I used to do it, saying like every Wednesday, before I used to do the show, I used to be a good father.
And, I feel the same way, baby.
And Catherine and I would go to Blueberry Hill and have breakfast there every Wednesday.
You just doxed us, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, there's Blueberry Hills everywhere. There's Blueberry Hills in multiple
Name
places.
another one.
I don't know personally, but I know it's a bigger company than that. I've heard other people talk about it. So, but
really,
that'll just be our thing. But I'll put it on Snapchat somewhere where like I only have these specific people. And at the time, Snapchat, you couldn't just go view random people's stories. Now you can. Now you just have random people's shit popping up, and it's just like, all right, fuck that. But I'm just not somebody that I just don't like social media like that. I don't like post unless if it's something funny or if it's something like I'm promoting myself and in the sense of like the channel or some shit like that. It's just not my thing. So it is going to be very weird trying. That's why it's so hard for me to try to make myself be more prevalent on Instagram and shit like that. Because it's also like I'm not going to post like every single day and like I'm post like, oh, hey, taking a shit, But
I need to stop. I've created a monster here, man. I'm cleaning out my PC, and I don't know why I'm doing that.
What, mid-show?
Well, because the vents are facing me now, and I can see all the mother-loving dust. So now I'm like picking at it and shit, and I'm like trying to hold a conversation, trying to do a show.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
But yeah, with social media, like what we were kind of talking about a little bit, and so like the conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and like dividing people. I think that's just like where social media has gotten so crazy anymore. Of the amount of times that like social media has like ruined relationships, caused like relationships to end, like friendship wise. It just. So many things like, oh, you liked this bitch's photo, blah blah blah, or whatever.
Yeah, you remember a time where you could have female friends?
Yeah. But like,
not throwing the shade to my wife, but I mean, I'm not on social media at all, but there was a time where if I liked something, I got the shakedown because of it, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like, and that's a whole nother topic that doesn't belong on this channel, but, it like, it created such a rift between everybody's relationships and stuff like that, of like, rather sharing, something on topic right now, something political, or you're just on it all the time, you know what I mean? Because like I'm somebody, like if I'm sitting there like talking to somebody, or something, and like you're just on social media all the time, that's a huge red flag for me. You know what I mean? Like unless if you're a content creator, for me personally, but like if I'm talking to somebody and I see that you're on like social media like all the fucking time, like while like we're together and shit like that, like I won't lie, like I doom scroll quite a bit, but also like I'm sit at home and I do fuck all and nothing, and I've been trying to get myself better about it. But sometimes too I use it for inspiration. You know what I mean? I'll be like looking at stuff and looking at other people's content, trying to like spark up some inspiration, or I'm learning something because I'm on YouTube for the most part than anything.
Yeah, but my thing is I had to get a grip because like TikTok was a huge problem for me.
Yeah.
Like just doom scrolling, and man, would I spend some time on TikTok. I think at one point my phone told me I spent 6.5 hours on TikTok.
That's crazy.
That day, and I was like, oh, what a real eye opener when your phone like snitches on you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, hey, bub. I mean, and TikTok even does that thing where like, hey, man, you've been scrolling for, a good bit of time here.
It got to a point. So this is where it really hit me. It was a couple Christmases ago. I went down to Tennessee with my family and everything. My mom and her husband at the time, and my two sisters and stuff like that. I went down there, and obviously then it comes into like the story that I told you that you and everybody else in the Discord told me that I was fucking crazy for. I was driving, and I had the AirPod Pros 2, and for anybody that doesn't, for the people that do have them, do you know how the noise canceling works? But for the people that don't know, they have active noise cancellation, and it works. Like you cannot hear shit. And
I got the 4s right now, bro, and they've only gotten better.
They just the regular AirPods, the 4s or whatever, because like they're only on like the Pro 3s, I think, right now.
Well, I have the newest ones. I don't know what they are.
But I put those in, turn on the noise cancellation, did not play music, didn't play a podcast, didn't play nothing. Shut it off to where I couldn't really hear the road, couldn't hear the car, nothing. And and that could maybe be dangerous. I don't recommend it. You know what I mean? I'm sure if a car started honking,
no, it just is dangerous.
I'm sure if a car started honking at me, I'm sure I would hear it, because I did hear a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. I could be wrong about this, but it might be illegal.
But I did that, and I just went through it. You know what I mean? I fought
like
the
an
demons.
idiot.
I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm going on vacation for like a night. I literally went there for a night and then had to drive back for work the next day. So like a 6-hour drive or whatever by myself. Shut all sounds off, and I dealt with demons. You know what I mean? Because, especially leading up to that point, I had already been through a lot of shit. Best friend just died. Whole bunch of crazy stuff. Life was just changing and changing constantly. I thought I was
your best friend.
Huh?
Nothing. Inappropriate joke. Move on.
What the hell? And life was just changing constantly and, crazily. And so I just fought the demons, you know what I mean? But then getting there, you're going up in the mountains in Tennessee, and for anybody that's from Tennessee who's gone to Tennessee, like, you have no signal. You're not getting anything. Couldn't get a text, couldn't get a call, couldn't get on Instagram, couldn't post stuff on Snapchat, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I wasn't able just to sit there and, put my entire vacation out there the entire time and just be on social media and shit. It's just 100% deal with it. And like, I took videos and I took pictures and stuff like that. But
while he was driving,
no, I don't think I did. Well, I took one video while I was
It
driving.
was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh, listen, I think I did take one video while I was driving, but it was literally on a path that was like that was like part of something. So I was driving like 2 miles an hour. But I was just like, this is nice. I'm not getting, my phone's not going off 1,000 times because of social media. You know what I mean? Like, oh, somebody liked this, somebody liked that, somebody shared this. You know, blah, blah, blah. It was just silence. You know what I mean? I had silence on the way there, silence while I was there.
So imagine that, right? But like for a few years.
Yeah. Well,
that was me.
And so, this is coming from somebody that was on social media like a lot, and it was nice. You know what I mean? And so whenever I got back,
it is nice.
I deleted everything. You know what I mean? Like I didn't delete my profiles because I have a bunch of pictures with, you know, said friend that passed away and everything, and so I didn't want to lose all that stuff. But I deleted the apps and deactivated everything, and it was awesome. And not until I started, you know, thinking about the idea of, you know, just doing, I started back up my Twitch and then started back up like content creating. So I brought everything back, but I wasn't, you know, I built up the, you know, the discipline of like not sharing everything that I saw, and you know I use it to promote more or less than, you know, just waste my time on it. And yeah, I think that's like a huge, I think it, because like this went from nostalgic to like a PSA, but I think that was like the huge problem with social media is like people spend just this ungodly amount of time on it and like wasting so much time on it. Like I understand, like I'll like doom scroll for like a little bit, like while I poop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I mean, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with taking in some short form content. Sometimes you get a chuckle. Sometimes you just need to, you know, shut your brain out for a little bit. But it's the chronic use of it that I think is the big problem.
Like I said,
now, I don't as much as I used to. Right? Remember, I told you it was like 6.5 hours I spent one day on TikTok, and I came to the realization that like that was the only thing I was doing. Like all the time was just doom scrolling on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, what have you. Short form content is a drug, man. Yeah. It is tough because like brick by brick, you build your For You page, man. You know what I mean? So like it's just gonna show you the stuff that you like, and then you're just like laughing for hours. You're having a good time, but you like look up for a little bit, and you're like, first of all, my neck hurts like a motherfucker, and then you're just like, yeah, and you're just like, man, how long have I been in this rabbit hole? You're like, it was 2 o'clock when I started. It's now like 10 p.m. It's like, what's going on? It's like this is why I try to stay away from it. It's like you said, the only time I actually like scroll shorts anymore, at least, is like if I'm like eating food or taking a boo boo or, you know, driving, like riding passenger in the car or something. It's like, it's usually something to pass like a monotonous time. You know what I mean? Like just a droll point in my life is like, if I'm not watching something on TV, I'll have shorts playing if I'm eating food. If I'm just taking a poop, I'm going to scroll through shorts for a little bit. Now, I still take obnoxiously long poops because I'm scrolling shorts, but I'm not sitting on the toilet for like 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. It's like 20 to 30 minutes I'm sitting on the toilet, but like if people are around me, I try to make it a point to not have my phone out anymore.
Yeah, anymore when it comes to a lot of that, I keep up like on the recent, you know, happenings. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially like, I'm sure everybody can pick up with what I'm talking about.
Right, but you're not doom scrolling though. That is now information gathering. That is news, right? Yeah. So like, it's not. And this is where you blur the line between social media, news outlets, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And it gets like you get lost in the weeds talking about all that. You know what I mean? It's like and this is ultimately this is where I make the point is like I think social media really genuinely is like the downfall of a social society. Genuinely, I know social media was designed to make people more social, but I feel like it's done the exact fucking opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just created rifts albeit a social rift, I think it's done a lot more bad than it has good.
It's done something very different. You know what I mean? That's for sure. And it's, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things of it's coming down to you having self-control. It 100% comes down to self-control. You know, and moderation and everything. Social media is great. It's a great tool. You know what I mean? I love and appreciate what, you know, TikTok has done for us and the channel. Appreciate what Instagram has done for the channel. You know what I mean? We, you know, social media, like we do make money off of like some stuff, you know what I mean, because of it. You know what I mean? This is the perfect time to bring it up. Like if you hit the link tree,
okay, perfect time to bring it up.
You know, hey, it worked out, but it did. But like in the link tree, you know, speaking of social medias, it has a link to all of our social medias that you want to hit. And, you know, if you want to keep up to date with certain stuff, see all the reels, you know what I mean? But within that, so that link tree is a couple fun links that will help you out, help us out, helps support the channel. We have one for a 30-day free trial for Hulu. Jump on there, watch some good shows, a lot of good shows.
Jump on it.
But you know, like what we say all the time, you can't watch a show without eating. At least I can't. I'm starving. I'm not gonna lie.
There we go again.
But 10 free meals for HelloFresh. HelloFresh is awesome. I do HelloFresh. Send you a meal for however you want. If you want it to be 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 1 day a week, they'll send you a meal. It's a prep meal with all fresh ingredients, fresh produce, fridge review, and
it's coming, brother. Chill out.
It's coming. Fresh meats, fresh produce, but it sends a little QR code, a little card that tells you step by step on how to prepare the meal, prep it, how long it's going to take to do it, everything. Super awesome. I recommend it. You can set it to whatever you know, eating style that you have, you know, vegetarian,
eating style?
Yeah, eating style.
Your monkey style is nothing compared to my tiger style.
Whatever style of eating that you have, you can cater it to that. So to highly recommend it. But we also have a submission link there for my creative people. If you want to submit your music or art, it supports us while we're also supporting you. We will promote your music or your art throughout the show and stuff, just to help build the community, help bring, you know, all of us together and spread, you know, the creativeness, essentially. So definitely hit that link tree. It's in the bio.
Spread that creativeness like it's an STD, baby.
All right. But go hit that link. It's in the link and on YouTube and in the link in
the old STC, sexually transmitted creative. You know, some things are just not worth saying, and I'm realizing that was one of them.
Yeah. The mute button on this right here is looking mighty useful right now.
Fine, you do the hour left in the show by yourself. How about that?
No. But yeah, go hit those links and stuff. But yeah, no, social media, it's something that it's like one of those like necessary evil kind of things. It's kind of like a buy here, pay here for cars. You know what I mean? A necessary evil. It's one of those things.
What are you talking about?
Like a necessary evil in the sense of like you need it. It helps.
Are you talking about social media?
Yes.
You're crazy.
What? Being that it's a necessary evil?
It needs to go to the timeout for that one. Like I said, some things just aren't worth saying, and
that was one of them.
You know, it happens. They can't all be winners.
At least he took accountability for it.
I did.
Unlike,
you know, one thing is like, I know when I make a bad joke, and Ryan can attest to this. I'll tell you right now, it's a bad joke. Okay, I do it a lot.
It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, because I'll just hit him with that. All right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll hit me with that, and you're like, yeah, you're right. It was a bad one. My bad. You know, but we move on from it.
Sometimes
I refuse to sit. I'm putting my foot down. I refuse to continue being belittled by you for my bad jokes. I know they're bad. Okay.
Well, I can say comfortably and live on the air that you can suck a cock because that's not happening because the amount of stuff that you belittle me for that I do on a daily.
Yeah, that's true.
Ain't gonna happen, Chief. I'll take with what I can get. But yeah, what I was saying is social media is a necessary evil thing because it helps us out. You know, like
dude, 10 toes in. It's not necessary at all. Social media is not necessary.
As a creative person, is what I'm saying.
It's not. There was a time before all that social media existed. That being a creative person.
Yeah, but sadly, we don't live in that day and age anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we are choosing to partake in that bit of social media. We don't have to.
Yeah, but sadly, we would probably not grow as fast if we didn't.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't make it necessary.
Because just think that if we didn't post all this stuff to Facebook or Instagram and TikTok, the amount of people that we wouldn't have on here.
I fully know what you're saying, and to a degree, agree with you. But none of that makes it necessary.
That's why I say it's a necessary evil. It's like we hate it, and we don't want to, but it helps. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying, like with a buy here, pay here car place, it's like, they're going to fuck you in interest and just you're paying way too much for a shitty car, but my credit's bad and I need a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to do it. It sucks that I have to do it, but it's the only way that I'm going to, I don't have thousands of dollars for. Yeah, but I don't it's going to be the quickest and easiest and best way possible for me to build my credit, get a car.
That's true.
And it's going to do everything.
Again, very true, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, but it has to be done. You know what I mean? Like if you want a car,
but it doesn't have to be done.
Well, you can get those Lambo Feeties on, baby, because you're fucking
That's
walking
what I'm talking
everywhere.
about, dude. Hey, do it the hard way, bro. Yep. You know what I mean? But, strap your boots on and walk to work.
And but in that situation, yeah, whatever. But in a creative situation, sadly, we have to fucking sometimes jump on it and bite that fucking. Now, granted, this is not me saying that Sweet Nostalgia is going to fucking conform to nothing. No. But,
we are.
To certain degrees, with certain things, we'll do what we have to. And we know that being on TikTok or being on Instagram or being on Facebook is going to help us grow. So we're going to do it. Now, we're not going to I don't know. I think Ozzy said something about it. Like selling out. It's not.
I feel like there's a lot of people who have said something about it.
What? About us being on it?
Conformatism, for sure.
About us specifically, or just about it in general?
About it in general.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, there's levels of it and stuff like that.
Because even conforming to the idea that social media helps. But period.
Like Ozzy was talking about something of where people say that you sell out by going mainstream or going or whatever, changing this or that, and he was talking about people don't in the music industry at least don't want to admit that they're in an industry, that they're in a business or whatever. They're like, well, if you do this, you're not there for the whatever, man. And it's but at the same time,
that's true for a lot of different forms of art and
but
self-expression.
For me personally, is as long as you're not selling your soul type shit. You know what I mean? I don't mean that in a literal way of selling your soul to the devil, but I mean doing shit outside of your morality or doing stuff completely wrong. Because I think just recently, I think it was Kaisa Nat or Speed, one of the two. They had a deal with Nike, and it just may not be true or whatever, but it's a good example. Had a deal with Nike, and they were telling him that he needs to stop talking about God or something like that, and he was like, nope, not happening. And so he cut the deal with Nike. Now that's some shit that I wouldn't do and I wouldn't have us do. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's wild.
It's a wild one, but also in this day and age and with how
why would a company care if you talked about God or not?
Because it's crazy. It's divisive and people argue about it and shit like that.
So?
Well, I'm saying Like I'm just saying, like what I think it what
If
it
it's
is.
if it's a shoe company, why the hell do they care about their religious belief or not?
Well, that's probably what they're arguing. It's like, oh, we're about shoes, we're not about God. Well, it's like, well, I'm about God, and this is what I like to talk about.
Yeah,
and it's like,
it's also my channel that I'm promoting
Yeah,
your company. You
it's
don't
my
want to
shit.
do that, then like fuck off.
Yeah,
Who
then
cares, dude?
go-
You don't want me to talk about specific stuff. Don't ask me to don't try to sponsor me then, because I'll
Yeah.
talk about whatever the fuck I want.
That's what I'm saying too. It's just like in this channel, like we don't talk about
If we
politics on this channel.
genuinely, if we never see a sponsor, so fucking be it. Here's the thing: is like if we get sponsors, sick. If we don't, fuck them.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like I don't understand the like. I mean, I understand it. I fully understand it.
Like
money,
I want
money
us
is a
to-
necessary evil.
I want us to get to a point where we do get sponsors and stuff like that. I would like for that.
I mean, yeah,
like,
it'd be
you
cool.
know,
It'd
I
be
want this
super
to
cool,
be,
but I'm not going to take a sponsor that's going to be like, "Hey, you can't talk about such and such and such."
Oh
and
yeah, no.
such.
You try telling me
Because
that
first
I
of
can't
all,
talk about something.
first and
No.
foremost, I'm a fucking individual. I can do whatever the hell I want because
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man and I have the right to do so. You know, so like, shut up.
Yeah, no. If we were ever to
Now,
get
if
to
it
that
was
point-
something like, "Hey, Nike's going to sponsor you. We can't have you talking about Adidas," I'm like, okay.
yeah,
fine.
yeah. If it's something like that, like while you're promoting our product, don't
Yeah,
bring up
because
anything
that's well
else.
within that's well reasonable, right?
Yeah.
That is a reasonable request. Hey,
Yeah.
Nike wants to sponsor you, but they're asking you not to talk about Reebok. They're asking you not to talk about Puma. They're asking you to talk about name another fucking
Oh
big
yeah, I
shoe
ain't gonna-
company.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
yeah,
talk about
sure.
Puma or any of those pieces of shit anyway.
Yeah.
Those are shitty shoes.
I mean, they're a shoe for somebody, right?
Yeah.
So like, anyways, sure, that's reasonable. But if a shoe company's out here like, hey, you can't talk about the third world.
yeah. Okay.
Why?
All right. Suck
You
butt.
you can't talk about any religious belief. You can't talk about this. You can't talk about that.
Yeah.
That doesn't pertain to the direct competitor that we have. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Yeah, like if it's something like that, like if they're like asking me like what you just said, like not talk about the other person or whatever, or if you bring them up, you need to bring it up in a certain way or whatever the fuck. That's like whatever. But if you start asking me not to bring up stuff that is to my character or to my personal beliefs or my morale, like,
Yeah, that's dumb.
it's like, nope.
That's dumb.
not happening. You know what I mean? Because like we do not talk about politics on this channel. Like we've dived into it a little bit and stuff like that. We all have our beliefs on this channel and stuff. But like if I think I mentioned it on our last live. If it gets brought up like between whether it be us or somebody in the in the chat or whatever, I clearly said that if you start to belittle or to dog on somebody, whether it be us or somebody else in like in the chat about it, like you will be removed because we're somebody, that we are huge on, like this is a community and we talk about what we talk about. You know what I mean? Also, like politics are just not, everything is welcome here, but like we're a nostalgic channel. You know what I mean?
Politics are
We're
a
here-
bummer, right? Politics are just a straight up bummer, and we like to have a good time.
Like,
So like,
we're here to talk about nostalgia. We're not here to talk about like what the recent happenings and stuff like that. But also, we're not going to damn you or whatever that you believe in. We have our stuff that we believe in, and if you don't like it, go watch somebody else. That's what we're gonna.
I
say.
mean, it's at the end of the day, be you. We don't care, right? So
and so but
we
this
want to
does-
talk about
And I know
things
some people
that we miss.
I know some people might be looking at this. Look, where does this tie into social media or whatever? Like, it's because I still in the same sentence said that we only talk about social media. This is talk about in the sense of where I can tie it back into it. If you're going to be on social media, be prepared to see people with different positions than you, and if you don't
And
like
be an
seeing
adult
that,
about it. And
Yeah.
be an adult about it.
if you don't like seeing that, remove them. Don't watch them. Scroll away. It takes 2 seconds.
Did you know
to
that you
swipe
can?
away.
Did you know that you can unfollow people?
Yeah, like if it's really that big of a deal, like I will be honest, like without saying it directly, I deleted like 6 people the other day because of the recent thing, and them mocking it and stuff like that. So it takes that long. You know what I mean? Like that short of time just to hit delete, and but that's my thing too, and that kind of ties into it, like how social media has given people this like strange confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
behind a
It's something.
screen.
Yeah. And this is again. And we're This is another big reason why I don't really like social media a whole lot. Is this faux confidence people have that they can just, because we are a first world country with, a freedom
little
of speech,
to no
right?
issues.
Exactly. People
Self-made
just think that
issues.
they can say whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? With little to no repercussions. And then they wonder why people don't like what they just said.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing of like, it's like they don't, you can like, well,
all day.
I'm gonna leave it alone because it's gonna get like
it's gonna take
very political.
it's gonna get very political, and I really don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
I don't want to do that. So
ultimately,
I am gonna leave it alone.
it's like if you have an opinion on something, just if you're gonna post it, sure, just be an adult about it. If people have something to say about it,
I'm gonna sit there and say this: you have every right to post whatever opinion that you have on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the hell you else, but so does that person you disagree with. So get over
call them
it.
fat if you want, but like at the end of the day,
they have every right to post it and have every right to have it. You know what I mean?
It's just
So get over it.
Also,
put your
shut
feelings
up.
away.
Sometimes just shut up.
I think I said it in the last podcast. Don't be a big fucking pussy.
Big fucking.
Like this is I'm tired of it. But
yeah, social media is just, it's a hellscape, man. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just full of people who have too much confidence and not enough people who, are willing to, not post on social media for a month or two. It's just all the time.
That's my thing too. Of like the obsession with it, because like I know people, like I just said earlier too. This is a nostalgic based podcast, and like it's kind of hard to get nostalgic about social media when it hasn't really been around that long, and also there's
years.
Not like
it's only been it's been roughly 20 years, right?
Yeah, maybe social media is still a pretty new
give or take a few years. Well, I feel like we might have said it on the channel, but I know we've said it, like me and you, within the past decade, right? That can be considered nostalgia.
Yeah. But and especially talking about something as divisive as social media, I think this is more or less, we talked about our time with it, and now we're just kind of talking about the now. And that seems to be like a big theme of like these conversations is like, we talk about the then and we talk about the now. But like the obsession of social media anymore is just absolutely insane, I think, in my opinion. And like, cause I understand why, I mean, in my understanding of psychology and stuff like that, I understand why it's that instant gratification, you know what I mean? Especially with certain people on social media and certain demographics and stuff like that. That instant gratification and everything for their post and the type of post that certain people make and shit. And, that gratification.
Talking about the nudies.
Yeah. And that gratification of like, oh, I got so many likes. So like, oh, you have this many followers?
If I don't have to see a thirst trap for the rest of my life, I will die a happy man. Yeah. It's so, it's so annoying, dude.
But, and, in that argument, look, well, how many followers you have? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's such a disgusting thing that people will literally like tear you down for the amount of followers you have on a social media app.
Yeah, it's,
you know what I mean? Or like the amount of friends
out of all the dumb things that you can be competitive about, it's social media followers.
Yeah, it's the amount of like
they had there's a great Black Mirror episode on social media that I think everybody should really watch. Watch Black Mirror as a whole. It's a great show.
Like I recommend to a lot of people that if you are somebody that posts a lot on social media, or even if you're not, if you're just like a normal person that doesn't really post but you scroll a lot and you just like share reels and shit, delete the app. Delete it. You know what I mean? And like I know this is damaging to us because like, well, but if you're watching this, you already possibly follow us or not. Just don't delete YouTube. Come watch us on YouTube.
I don't consider, for me personally, I don't really consider YouTube to be a social media thing.
It's an entertainment app.
Yeah.
But and I guess you can maybe even argue that for TikTok, I guess. But obviously short form content, I know TikTok has shorts or whatever. But delete Instagram, delete Facebook, limit your time on TikTok, and stuff, and just don't post, and just build up that tolerance and that like that discipline to like not doing so much, or even if it like stay on it, just set a time. If you have an iPhone, I know for a 100% fact there's a screen thing where you can, because I used to do it, where you can only spend so much time on the app, or like you're not allowed to be on the app from this time to this time. And I
said that was short lived.
What?
The screen time thing.
Yeah, like there's apps for you to like, well, it's not apps, but like settings within your phone. iPhone has it. I haven't dived into it, but I'm pretty sure Pixel has it as well, like Android. If not, I know for Android you can download pretty much anything. I'm sure there's.
You want short form content? Read a book.
Yeah. No, like I have books that I've been telling myself I've actually been working on with Gemini to like creating a better schedule for me again, to where I can spend time reading and shit.
Maybe sleep.
Yeah. Well, like my sleep schedule, it's mainly just the sleep schedule because it keeps getting flipped back and forth all the time. So that's what's been screwing me. Because like right now, I've been going to bed the past couple days at like 10 o'clock at night. And then,
it's good for you.
Waking up at about like 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, like a normal person.
It's good for you.
But before that, I was going to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning and waking up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so we just keep switching it. So it's just kind of...
That's horrible for you, actually.
I know it is. It's terrible. My schedule before I left your house, I was going to bed at 3 a.m. and waking up at 10 a.m.
That's not so bad.
Yeah. But yeah, just
typically I go to bed around 2 a.m. and wake up anywhere from 8 to 10. So
yeah, I think that was a good one because like I'm going to bed, it's still dark out, and waking up and it's light. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Granted, I like it should still be like 10 o'clock is honestly the best time to go to sleep, and waking up at 6 a.m. is probably one of the best times of waking up.
Yeah, I mean.
But circadian
it sounds good to me.
Stuff.
I know if like I think like going to bed when the sun goes down and waking up when the sun goes up is just good for you,
Yeah. The circadian rhythm and all that stuff. But yeah, learning the moderation is, I guess, the big key. Everything in moderation, is the key for it. And I think with social media that is a huge thing to do. Because of just the grip, I guess it gets onto a lot of people. You know what I mean? Especially like into like the younger age and stuff like that. It's just a very,
Oh yeah. I mean, like, as you know, my kids have phones.
Yeah.
And they
I know because all like both
they do not have access to social media at all.
Well, both boys sent me friend requests like over and over again on Facebook.
Yeah, they do. They do have Facebooks, but they're like the heavily moderated.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there is like a kids Facebook and there's like Facebook Lite.
So they use Kids Messenger and Kids Facebook, and they're like heavily monitored and regulated.
Yeah,
because I mean, I don't care if they want to be on social media, but I know what is on social media. So like, I am just, I don't know, maybe I'm being a helicopter parent. But I'm just not comfortable with them.
I'm going to say to all parents and to new parents, it's okay to be on your children. This whole I'm going to say this right now, soft parenting, don't do it. Don't soft parent your child. I tell people that all the time. Like, it is okay to be hard on your child. You're not a bad parent for telling your kid no.
That things are not acceptable.
It is okay to, I'm going to say it, it's okay to whoop your child. Don't beat your child, but is it okay to whoop your child? Like, there's a difference between abuse and discipline. I am one of those parents that 100% believes now, like,
here we go.
But it's, it's one of those things of how you do it, how you go about it. There's things that Catherine's gotten her ass whooped for sure. And she's been sat down, and once she calms down, and that's when we talk about why she was whooped. You know what I mean? And then, she's told that she's loved and she gets hugs and stuff like that after she learns. And there's been
You're
times,
talking to them like they're two, man.
well, sometimes you have to. You know what I mean?
I, however, I don't whoop my kids' butts. And Ryan knows that. I don't. I just instill fear. I psychologically freak my kids out.
No. No, but yeah, it's one of those things like, especially with children and everything, like, everybody hears it, like their brains are mushy, you know what I mean? Sponges, they're just gonna soak everything up, and that's what starts where kids think that they can do whatever the hell they want, or they think that they're something that they're not. And just crazy amount of stuff, and you know what I mean? And you get into certain things earlier, and that's when you start getting to the indoctrinations, and stuff, in certain areas and shit. And, it gets to the point where the internet starts raising your kids over you. You know what I mean? Because it's already, especially like if your kid is through public school, that somebody else is already raising your kid more than you are. But allowing them to then be on social media, then it's like you have no...
I don't think that at all. My kids are mostly on an iPad at school. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like whatever, like curriculum and, whatever your teacher's teaching and how they teach it and whatever,
I don't know, dude. Call me old fashioned, but like, well, I happen to paper and pencil, bro. It's so weird to me.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
But it is something like if you're going to allow your child to be on it, it definitely needs to be monitored like very heavily and stuff. I'm somebody like, go outside. Like, why do you need to be on Facebook or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to watch some funny stuff for entertainment or whatever, watch YouTube.
Pick up a stick and hit your friends with it.
Yeah. There's two boys in the house. Go hit your brother with a stick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they go outside regularly because it's warm out. But, and also because Braden's grounded. But,
what's new?
They go down to their friends' house. What?
I said, what's new?
Oh, I thought you said, what did he do? I was like,
No.
I can't talk about that actually. But, yeah, so they go outside and they hang out with their friends constantly. And, they still have like social lives that isn't on social media, which I thank God for. But like, it's one of those things like if they want to be on social media, I'm going to regulate it because I know what is on social media and I'm not for it at all.
Yeah. And especially this day and age too, you know what I mean? In this current climate, both socially, politically, everything, there's so much stuff on there to where, if a child is just let loose on that with no supervision, nobody guiding them through it, you know what I mean? It's where you start to create very questionable situations and very confusing situations.
Kids aren't dumb, man. They can figure shit out.
And there's so much stuff like that gets put on social media that like kids just shouldn't be witnessing, you know what I mean? And like the amount of people.
I mean, we have a link tree, right? And so do a lot of inappropriate people.
Yeah. But the like I said, that's where it creates very sticky, very weird situations, very uncomfortable situations that you just don't need to be. A child just doesn't need to be in front of and having, you know what I mean, on social media or just in general, you know what I mean? And that's where it comes into a lot of, stuff. And, once again, not getting into like the politics of it too much, just like certain styles and certain lifestyles and stuff like that. Like a kid just doesn't need to be a part of, you know what I mean? Like just doesn't need to see, doesn't need to worry about it, doesn't need to be questioning about it because they're 12 years old and just needs to be worrying about the next Minecraft update or fucking... I would even argue the Skibidi Toilet. Go watch Skibidi Toilet before you go diving it into people's sexualities and those other stupid ass lifestyles and shit like that. Kids don't need to be worrying about that. You know what I mean? They just need to worry about Skibidi Toilet and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's the stuff that you just need to leave the hell alone. And you know, like I said, that's just where like social media just gets very dangerous and gets very gross, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. That's just why I think kids shouldn't. I don't even know like when I think my opinion on like when a kid should be on social media. I mean, like if you are gonna let them on at a young age, you know what I mean, do what James is doing, and Skibidi Toilet is our crazy frog. Yeah, I watched this thing about social media, and
Can't relate.
And it was saying something about, it was like Gen Z or whatever, or like, it was talking about like our brain rot versus today's brain rot, right?
Yeah, but even still, my brain rot's different than your guys' brain rot.
Like what?
Like, mine was like Eiffel 65s on blue. A lot of RuneScape shit.
I had that. I had that same shit. Because I had, you had old boy in front of the computer, the Maya he, Maya ha fucking shit.
That's one of them.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Sorry, Grandpa. You are rather young, bub. Like, rather young. So.
Yeah, the conspiracy theory that I was talking about happened the year that he was born.
I cannot believe for a second. It's so crazy, man.
But yeah, it was talking about today's brain rot music versus our, like versus at least Gen Z or whatever, just some sort of time frame. But it was
this is another thing that social media has done is normalize naming generations. I think it's so stupid.
But
I hate it. We have a name for everything.
I don't think that's social media. I think that is an actual scientist did that or whatever.
But social media made it so mainstream that it's just now everybody has a generational brand that they have imprinted on their forehead. But I don't care, really, genuinely don't care if I'm a millennial or a Gen Z or whatever.
Thing, like science or whatever gave us the names, but social media is what made it to where it's like you're less of a human if you're.
It's the same thing with those damn zodiac things, dude. I for the life of me could not give two shits about what my star sign is. I don't care.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Something that's been around for decades, but until some basic white bitch with their Starbucks,
the horoscope shit, man.
Yeah, that's been around for a long, long time, but until some bitch with Starbucks cup made it a important thing. Yeah, it got to the point whenever like I was on dating websites, I wouldn't put mine on there because I was a thing, like your zodiac sign, because people make it such a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
We're not compatible because you were born in the month of May. It's dude, come on. What the fuck?
And it's like,
what is going on?
I knew that people wouldn't swipe on me.
What happened to liking people's personalities or getting to know them on an intimate level instead of judging them by the month they were born during such day and such other day? What in the fuck is going on?
Yep. Nope. And it
does not make any sense to me at all.
That goes into a lot of stuff. Stop judging people just because of
stop making your fucking personality that you like zodiac signs, dude.
But
whip out your tarot and sip on your large mocha choca bullshit from Starbucks, dude.
Mocha choke on a dick. But yeah, no, dude. Like social media has made so many things so crazy and has also, I guess it's so hard to not bring up political shit, but talk about but talk about social media.
Because I mean, if we're gonna be real, a lot of politics are handled over social media anymore, especially in the U.S.
But it's like, but social media has brought us into such a weird time of shit that's been normalized that should not be normalized. You know what I mean?
Internet. That's just the internet, man.
Because of, I'll say it, social justice on the internet. You know what I mean? And people coming out here saying wild shit and then, claiming that you're a bad person, a bigot or a fascist or whatever for just saying, no, I don't agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't care.
Yeah, it comes to that point where it's just like, I don't give a shit. That's not normal and should not be normalized. And all because I say no doesn't make me whatever phobe you want to call me. You know what I mean? And like, that's not how this works. You know what I mean? And I'm ready for the world entirely.
I'm ready for Skynet to happen.
Well, not necessarily that far. I want people to stop using social media and shit like that, so Skynet doesn't happen.
I'm so ready for the internet to just be shut down, bro.
But I'm ready. I'm okay. I'm obviously okay with the internet. Don't mind the internet. Need the internet to continue to do what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Okay, here's the thing. Let me clear the air, right? I love what we do. I think it's fun. It's some of the best times I've had in a lot of my life. I love what we do. It's super fun. But if the internet got shut down tomorrow, I'd miss it. I'd miss it to hell. But my God, do I think our lives would be a lot better.
We'll just get a ham radio and we'll do it over the radio.
There you go, dude. Hey, bro.
That's what we'll do.
That would be sick. A podcast over ham radio to just a bunch of passing truckers. That'd be wild.
We'll record everything and we'll put it on like disc or VHS.
There we go. Get on the corner and start selling it.
I did
like
find
Analog
out
Man.
that there is a way that we can take stuff from the internet and put it on a thing and get it put on a VHS tape. I would love to take our first episode, like our first podcast episode and our first like BioShock, like the first like video game episode that we did, and put it on a VHS tape. You know how fucking sick that would be? Like
what was our first video game episode?
BioShock.
No. Technically, our first video game episode,
BioShock.
Our first video game episode ever was Paper Mario.
It was Paper Mario, which we did post.
Eventually.
We did post, but our first posted thing
our first video game
BioShock.
posted was BioShock, yeah.
Or just take one of like maybe our favorite podcast episode and our favorite like video that we've recorded and put it on a
favorite
VHS
podcast episode. What's your favorite podcast episode? You say Metal Gear, you're such a cop out, dude.
I mean, it's up there. I don't know what would be my favorite podcast episode that we did.
This one.
Probably because like I'm getting to a point where I can sit there and openly tell people on the internet to stop being a fucking giner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Because that was the
Mostly
thing.
because I didn't actually hear what you said.
Because that's the thing too that I'm at, that we were talking about, like the whole selling out thing. I'm to the point in my life as well where I'm like, I mean, I've always kind of been this way, but like I adhere to YouTube and everybody else's guidelines of like I don't talk about certain stuff and I leave certain stuff alone. Like try to keep the channel to its channel to have decorum and not decorum, but like we try to stick to what we talk about and what the premise of our channel is supposed to be. But to the point where it's just like, if I'm not going to cater to your feelings, this channel will not cater to your feelings. If we're talking about something and you don't like it, you can click off. We don't care. We love and appreciate everybody. Even if I have different points and views of you, we still appreciate you and love you and want you to partake in the channel and stuff like that. But if it hurts your feelings, go away.
I don't care what you like or dislike personally.
Don't be a dickhead.
Ever. So, we have 69 views. We have 69 views on the internet podcast.
On the internet podcast? Oh, that's funny.
It's so sick.
I don't know.
We have 96 views on the Food Revisited video.
I don't know what would be my...
I think, for me personally, I think it's the video game Revisited we did with Dom. That one was very fun.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know. Anything we've done with Dom has always been very fun for me.
Yeah,
so.
The video game one was good. I think the Food Revisited one was good because we got real loud in that one.
Yeah, we did. Is chocolate a candy?
What was another good one? I did like the flashback episode because like it was like our first episode.
Yeah,
back in a
flashback.
while.
Yeah, flashback was fun. Would You Rather, I think, was also pretty fun too.
I did enjoy the one with my dad on it. This is kind of fun having
Movies.
my dad on there. Yeah. Jen, the one with Jen was fun. You know, having her on the show. I don't miss the old ones that we did because they were just such shit quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't
terrible.
really judge our show by the quality of it. I judge our show by the time that we had.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying as the guy that wants to produce everything.
The guy that's picky about the way the show is produced, anyways.
Yeah. But
let me tell you guys, if it weren't for Ryan, a lot of this wouldn't look as good as it does.
Dude, I don't know how the
Because I genuinely don't care. I mean, I care, obviously, but not nearly as much as he does.
he wouldn't. Yeah. No, I'm somebody.
I would slap on. I literally, I have a webcam in there. I think that shoots at like 720. And not this good a quality as 720, but pretty not so good. And I would hook that up in a heartbeat and be like, we're good to go.
Nope, not me. Not me. It's been very evident in very many clips and videos where I'm like, I got to make sure stuff is perfect in the background.
Almost annoyingly, even.
Oh, suck a butt. Not changing.
That's fine. I know what I signed up for.
It's one part of me that will not change. Social media. But yeah, I think that's a good place to start winding it down. Social media, be on it. You know what I mean? If you want, just moderate it. You know what I mean? Moderation is key with
Also,
absolutely everything.
if you don't want to be on it,
Good.
don't be.
Yeah. It's
The Minecraft, oh God. Yikes, dude. The Minecraft thumbnail. My hat says sheet nostalgia.
does it?
Yeah.
Well, comes with the territory. You know what
Here's
I mean?
another PSA. If you guys don't listen, if you don't like the AI art that we use for our thumbnails, I apologize for that. But at the same time,
So, I
we're
mean,
not artistic.
If we're talking about this openly and candidly, yeah, it's not a hidden thing that
it's
those
not.
thumbnails
It's not a
are-
hidden thing at all. We use AI art, and
But we
again,
tried to
people
keep it-
have opinions on that. But
we try to keep it basic, and we found a formula that we like. You know what I mean? It's cute. It works. It's not over the top and like too detailed to where it's just like this absurdly crazy thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah, I mean,
James and I
it's-
could
it's-
draw this if we took the time. But the thing is, we're not good at drawing, not to that great of a detail to be able to create that all in one go. Maybe if we produced certain aspects of the show a little bit better, maybe we could be. But we also don't have the material, the stuff to do that. We don't own it. And also, we don't have the money to outsource it to other people. We could Photoshop and stuff like that, which, it might be something if we can do, if we can, get to that degree of stuff. But this just works for us. We're not trying to take anything away from anybody. We're not promoting it or selling this stuff to make money.
there's
off of it,
there's a
you know.
reason that we haven't talked about it, right? Because honestly, it's a little bit of a touchy subject, right? Like people don't like that we use AI art, understandably, I mean, genuinely, me and Ryan have talked about, we don't really like using it, but at the same time, if you look at it, click on past live streams and just look at how like the images are clear, concise, and pretty similar. This is why we do it, right? Because it keeps it all like similar. Ultimately, it's just because they're similar.
Uniform.
Okay, so like, no, we don't really like using it, but we're not very artistic. So I mean, if the real issue with it is for us to be able to draw it within the time frame that we would need it would take a lot longer than a week, genuinely. So like, it's not practical for us to take that amount of time to draw something up, at least for me anyways. It would take me a lot longer than a week to
Yeah, I don't know. Until we find another formula, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're not creating images and selling them and doing stuff like that, taking away stuff from artists. You know what I mean? If we had the money and stuff like that, once we start making money on the channel or more, then 100%, we're 100,000% going to switch off and start outsourcing stuff to other people.
Oh yeah,
but
we'll find a digital artist so fast to make posters for us. I mean,
I have Fiverr pulled up right now. I mean, if I have the money, I'll do it.
I'm tired of even putting the prompt in. I'll tell you that.
But we're using AI as a tool to help us, and that's what we're able to do. You know what I mean?
But we're I mean, I will say this: we're better than a lot of like these other channels that use AI to write their scripts for them and shit. Okay, we don't do that.
Oh
clearly.
yeah, or like create tire videos for them.
Yeah, or even like chop them up into shorts and stuff for them and shit like that. Like people use AI far more than we do. So like,
I edit our videos. He cuts up the TikToks and stuff like that. Nothing in that sense. When it comes to our video game stuff, I use Photoshop and I create those. Those are all me.
And you can really tell because they're bad. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. They're really good.
They're good.
I like all the Walking Dead ones. They're very good.
But my favorite one's the fucking candy one.
There were feet there.
Oh yeah,
foot. It's crazy.
But yeah, social media, be on it, don't be on it, just moderate it. No matter if you're,
don't be chronically on it.
But
call somebody every now and again.
Yeah, no, go touch grass. Thank you guys for all coming and hanging out and being a part of it. It's been a wild. My phone's dying. Wild show today. We knew that was going to be. I mean, we still almost got the 2-hour mark. Hell,
we filled it out.
We might get it there.
We filled it out.
But thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Go join our social medias. Ironically enough, for fridge review and our stuff that we put on there regarding our fridge. Facebook if you're a boomer. Instagram if you're not one.
We sound like hypocrites. I'm gonna be real with you. I can't wait.
And then go hit those links too. Get your 10 free meals with HelloFresh. 30 days with Hulu. They're all in there. That helps. We're helping you guys out for you guys.
Yeah, dude. Watch The Rookie on Hulu, man. Great show. Watch The Masked Singer on Hulu, man. I have gotten into Masked Singer on Hulu, bro. Oh.
Go watch those things. Go enjoy those things. Also submit your music and your art to us so that way we can showcase it and bring up the community. Helps you out, helps us out, helps us all out. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, somebody submit artwork of me and Ryan on the podcast.
That'd be sick.
And we'll use it as our thumbnail for every podcast going forward.
Yep. No. And if we like it and stuff like that, we'll use it.
Fuck, even if we don't.
Yeah, at this point, we'll use it if we once we start making money and getting support of the channel, we'll pay you. Then we'll pay you in clout. You know what I mean?
Sound clout. That was a bad one too. I apologize.
I'll send you a slice of cheese.
That's what they called me in high school.
Pretty sure. I thought I was going to get through a whole podcast without you fucking saying that.
Hey, I did it. I didn't say one last week at all. I didn't say one last week at all. I don't. I'll fucking sit here and watch it right now. All 3 hours and 45 minutes of it.
I was about to say, I highly, highly doubt that. I
don't know. Last week was kind of low energy for us, man. I don't think I really don't think I said it. I'll be honest with you.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But
I mean, there were so many. I could have said super mutant. That's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, that's
why they called my dick back in high school.
That's why I'm pretty sure that you said it. So,
let us know in the comments.
Go back and watch that and let us know. Make a compilation. Make
a complication between me and Ryan.
Yeah. Make a compilation of how many times James says that's what they called me in high school.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny, dude.
It'd be 2 hours long.
You
Probably.
would not. I don't do it that often.
You do it like 2 to 3 times each podcast.
2 to 3 times for like 2 seconds, and you think that's going to be a 2-hour compilation. Well, I don't know why I struggled with that.
How many lives do we have?
Over.
You've said it this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So take an average of at least 3 times per fucking podcast episode that we have. Granted, you didn't say as much in these earlier days. So I would say about at
Dude,
this
hey,
point,
listen, man, you play your cards right. I'm going to start doing it more often.
No.
Yeah.
Bye. We'll talk to you
Straight
later.
up. I'll do it more often. How about that?
Sorry, Mormons.
That's what they called me in high school.